moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Just wanted to let everyone know that this meeting will be recorded. And we have had one executive session since our last commissioners meeting. We don't have any correspondence received or outgoing, and there's nothing in the announcement section or citation. Next item on the agenda.
We do have a citation.
Oh, we do?
Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't get to edit it until this morning.
Okay, we do have a citation.
Yeah, really briefly, I thought this was worthy of bringing before the public. We praise a lot of sports teams and such, but I feel like agriculture sometimes gets missed. And there's a young lady from Columbus Township who's been involved in the Columbus Cowpokes for years, who earlier this year essentially won a national dairy cow judging competition. And so I asked that we pass this citation of excellence in recognition for her and her commitment to agriculture here in Warren County.
Can we put that under the new business then?
No, just as it would be like a proclamation.
Okay.
So, right there where it is.
Okay. Very good. Any comments, questions? Great. Wonderful, exciting. All right, now we move on to public comment. Okay. Next item is the consent agenda. So if you will see, their minutes of August 10th are in your packets. Please review them if you haven't already, and let us know if there's any changes, modifications to those particular minutes. Next on the agenda is the finance report, which was passed out just a little bit ago. Lisa, could you share with us a little bit about the finance report and what any changes, thoughts are?
Yeah, sure. We have $1,070,000 in the general fund, $1,756,000 in the savings. We have payroll this week, so that'll come down a little bit. Borrowing is a little bit above last year, but not terrible, and I feel like we'll be done borrowing, and tax revenues will start to come in. And I did a review of our budget, and we are on budget. We have some items that are over and some that are under, so it's balancing. We're about where we should be for this point in the year, and all the budget work is going to go out today, tomorrow to the departments.
So we're preparing for 2024 now, based on what we've seen thus far throughout the year. So, great. Very good. And we actually have 4 proclamations today. The first is the National Alzheimer Disease Awareness. Commissioner Eggleston, would you reference that one? Highlight it for us, please.
I don't actually have
Okay.
any, so.
Oh,
My
okay.
computer is not working.
Aha, all right, so.
So it's all you.
Okay. So, this is the National Alzheimer's Disease Awareness, where 15.9 million caregivers are contributing to over 18.1 billion hours of unpaid care, with many of these being unpaid family members who are continuing to care for their own families and working full-time jobs. I wanted to let everyone know that the Warren area of this chapter is holding its annual walk to end Alzheimer's disease on Saturday, September 6, 2023. Therefore, be it resolved that we, the Commissioners of Warren County, in recognition of this important cause, proclaim September 16th as National Alzheimer's Awareness Day in Warren County, and we'll be adopting that today, the 23rd of August, 2023. Next on the agenda is the Allegheny River and Watershed cleanup. Commissioner Eggleston, would you like to share a little bit about that with us?
Allegheny River cleanup is going to be Thursday, September 14th through Saturday, September
16th this year. It's been going since 2008. As usual, the county will be donating money to the program in order to assist with the operations, and then also inmates will be working on a work release program to assist them with the cleanup. And we're always very supportive of this event. I had the pleasure of meeting a gentleman from Pittsburgh at the CCAP conference who actually comes up from Pittsburgh in order to do the cleanup events with his friends, and they stay the week and then go to cleanup events. And so it's not only it's something that's good for the river and good for the environment, but it's also kind of a tourism and ecotourism event. So I'm very excited about that.
Interesting. That's awesome. All right, the next one is Direct Support Professionals Recognition Week. That will occur from September 10th through the 16th. And it is actually engaging in direct support professionals integral to the physical and mental health and well-being of veterans, senior citizens, and individuals of all ages with intellectual development and other disabilities who receive services for severe chronic health conditions. These professionals provide essential support to help individuals with disabilities connected to their family, friends, and in the community. A direct support professional assists individuals with disabilities with the most intimate needs on a daily basis and provides a broad range of support from preparing meals and medications to personal care, transporting clients to school, work, and other activities. Direct support professionals, including direct care workers, personal attendant, in-home support workers, and paraprofessionals, are the primary providers of long-term support and services for millions of individuals with disability. So we, the Warren County Commissioners, do proclaim September 10th to 16th to be Direct Support Professionals Recognition Week, and encourage all citizens to recognize and appreciate the dedication and contributions of these providers to enhancing the lives of their citizens. And then lastly, we would like to share a little bit about the proclamation of the Remembrance and Commemoration of 9/11.
So it's already been 22 years, as hard as that is to believe, since the World Trade Towers fell and the United 93 crashed, Pentagon and everything. So we want to remember the nearly 9,000 casualties, probably over 9,000 casualties that day, 3,000 deaths, and over 6,000 people that were injured. And at the same time, remember, laud, and thank our firefighters, EMS, and ultimately the military and police as well for their commitment to protecting us. So Warren County wishes to participate in the remembrance of September 11th by passing this resolution and marking that as a day that Warren County, as a government and a people, commemorate and remember those who died and those who gave and those who served.
Thank you. If there are no changes, can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make that motion. Second.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. Next item on our agenda is unfinished business, natural gas energy contract with Smartest Energy. I guess, Lisa, I was going to defer to you. Are we prepared to take action on that today, or?
We vetted the rate, and they've given us a rate of .0847, which is about a $30,000 savings from what the utility companies are offering.
Okay. And
So what
that's,
was that amount again?
.08347 per kilowatt.
and that's based on what we're currently using. And so the beginning of that contract is going to begin in 2024?
In November.
November of 2023, okay.
I was getting a little close.
And it's, and then that contract lives on for 36 months, 3 years, okay, very good. So that said, then we would need to engage a motion to approve this contract and allow Lisa to engage with them for for a energy contract with Smartest Energy. Can I have a motion?
I will move that Warren County enter into agreement with Smartest Energy and authorize Lisa Hagberg as the administrator to be the authorized signature on any documents necessary.
Okay.
Second.
All right, any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, great, we'll move on to new business. So first, one item on the agenda here is CYS needs-based budget monetary amount approval. I will look to Meredith to reference.
Kathy and I had provided yesterday the breakdown of the match. We're looking for approval for the county match to be $1,213,596. That's up from last year. We had the huge increases in our costs for placement providers and other costs that have caused us to go, into $1 million instead of the $90,000 that we had asked previously. So we gave you the breakdown. We've got a wage increase. We increased our foster parents rates and then the provider rates. And then for 24-25, we again have wage increases and provider increases, and we're getting ready to start purchasing vehicles again because the leases with the cars will be going down. So that's contributed to the amount.
So in 2023, the annual budget hour match was $1,036,038. Is that correct?
What year, I'm sorry?
Oh, I just have the document in front of me, the
yes.
email.
That's our annual budget, our 2023 calendar budget.
Okay. And then 2024 and 25, that's moving to $1,213,596.
That's going to be for our needs based.
Yes.
Okay.
Our actual calendar year will probably be less than that.
Okay. So you're requesting support for,
Fiscal year 24-25.
okay. Very good. Can I get a motion to approve that? Okay.
Second.
All right, any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. The next one is, item on this, Resolution 3250, STMP Phase V funding request. It looks like these are for, this is for a request to DCED to provide emergency radios project funding, which DC could provide $36,000 and the county would contribute 10%. So I would ask for a motion to approve Resolution 3250.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion?
I just wanted to frame it a little bit. The early intervention program that we applied for, I believe, in 2017, and then had an EIP plan resulted in 2018, enabled us to go for multiple phases of funding under the Strategic Management Planning Program funds. And I believe this is probably the last bite at this apple that we get to take, either because we can only do 5 phases or because it has to be done within 5 years, and the 5-year time clock is like, we're right there. So they made many recommendations in that plan, and I think the future Board of Commissioners will want to explore some that have not been accomplished yet, because you can kind of only go at them chronologically. But through this program, we've been able to replace our fiscal accounting software, pay for the comp plan, et cetera. And one of the other things that they had identified in their plan was the need for the new radio system, which we didn't wait for. We went ahead and did that, of course, years ago. However, we left one component off the table, which has to do with a couple of dead spots that we have in the Sugar Grove and Titute areas, as well as we didn't end up going with a paging system, because I'll take the blame for it, I guess, but we were looking at A, the numbers, and B, just the fact that technology was changing so constantly that I was unsure if minute or paging was going to be the thing in the future. Well, now we're at the end of that time, and we need to make a decision as to what we're going to do next, because our technology is dying and there isn't new technology. So me 911 and fiscal grants, all communicated with DCD, our great need, and they offered to have us apply for Phase V as kind of our capstone project through the STMP program in order to kind of do that engineering and figure out what is the plan for how we take our 911 system to the next level.
Motion second, in discussion. All those signify in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. And we'll move forward to the Landex project. We heard from Lisa Berghaus in Monday's presentation what the proposed changes were, how it will benefit and improve services in the county, and then what the updated estimate is. So the proposal is in front of you. Does anybody want to make a motion to approve this software preliminary pricing that we've been given by Landex?
I move the Landex software agreement.
Okay,
Second.
all right, any discussion? We already did that. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. Next item on the agenda are bonded services. We had talked about this again, to move for new space, to perform on the Conservation District building, perform additional cleaning, janitorial services. Pam spoke to this, and the proposal is $404 per month for this additional cleaning space on 2 days per week. Could I get a motion to approve that? Okay, second?
If I
Any
might
discussion?
add a couple of quick things. First of all, we've talked over the years about giving an increased allocation to the Conservation District. There's many holdovers, but this is kind of the last one, with them kind of becoming almost completely independent. Of course, sans our authorization of funding. I did mention that at the board meeting on this past, it was either July or August, that we were probably going to explore just giving them a modest increase to their contribution so that they can manage their own bids, their own, et cetera. It's just, it doesn't make a lot of sense for Pam to be the point of contact.
For the Conservation
Up there.
District, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Very good.
And I'm guessing this isn't budgeted, but they're in the position now where they have that building finally completely open. Hallelujah. Occupancy permit and everything. It's been something that's been 20 years in the making.
At least.
Yeah, it's been a couple of decades. So excited to see it finally done. And if this is the price we're paying, I'm happy to see it.
Very good. All right, motion second, discussion had. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. And we have an Act 13 request here. Oh, I'm sorry, Civic Plus is next. Apologize for that. So we talked about the fact that we want to ensure that our website is ADA compliant. Received a quote to allow our current provider for that, which is $4,500 a year. Talked a little bit about that in the work session. Can I entertain a motion for this request for the ADA compliance proposal?
Second.
All right. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Now we'll move on to Act 13, At-Risk Bridge Program. This relates specifically to Eldred Township. They would like to replace the bridge. It's been closed since 2018. They would like us to, so the amount requested is $54,000. Their share would be $13,500. It looks like we received a approval that the project qualifies from Dan Glutz. Any conversation regarding this? He's not here today. But it is eligible for our Act 13 funds.
We have the funds, and we've kind of been in the last couple of years. It's been almost first come, first serve. So I can't recall getting to Eldred recently, and it's not like we can use it on our own bridges. So
Nope.
I make the motion to approve the Act 13 request with Eldred Township.
Okay.
Second.
All right, any discussion? All right, all those signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right. And then lastly, the Westlaw subscriptions. These are coming due for renewal. This will be a 36-month renewal. Thompson Reuters, we had already vetted this and compared costs. And so I guess with that being said, this would just be taking formal action to allow that to occur. Could I get a motion to renew this Westlaw subscription?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that completes all of our new business. And then we move on to the closing section as it relates to commissioner comments. I see that we have a representative from Vision here, reassessment, and Brian Bull. I would just ask you to give us an update on how things are going with our reassessment project.
Well, I do believe most of you know Sarah Gardner is our manager from Vision Government Solutions for the reassessment, so I'll let her fill you in on where they've been and where they're headed.
Okay, great, thanks.
So to date, we've currently visited residential and vacant parcels throughout Warren City. We have about 200 to 300 more parcels to visit in the city. We stopped there because as our collectors got more experience, we moved them out to areas that are more difficult to get as the winter comes, and we'll pull them back in to finish the city when the weather turns bad. We've also been through Southwest and Elder Township. We are currently working in Spring Creek, and next week we'll move on to Columbus. After that, our plans are to go to Bear Creek and Freehold, so that's where we're looking at in the current sequence, and that's again for residential and vacant. We will be going back to those districts to pick up commercials later in the project. We have currently to date completed about 20%. We've done the site visits for about 20% of the total residential and vacant parcel count within the county.
Do we feel like we're on track as it relates to the proposal and the time frame that?
Yes, absolutely, we are on track.
Okay.
We are in the process of hiring additional data collectors, though. We would like to expand our staff. So we are hoping to get out 6 more collectors on staff, and we have training starting on September 12th.
Okay, so those collectors have been hired then?
We have offers out to 6 individuals already.
Okay.
Based on our experience, our goal is to get out at least 10 offers because sometimes they don't accept the position. If we can get 6 in training, that's our goal.
Okay, and then just for my application, is this something that these are people who are local, or how far out do we?
Yes, these are local individuals that we are recruiting and hiring from this area.
Very good. Does anybody have any other questions for Vision or Brian Bull as it relates to assessment? We just want to thank you for coming and being willing to continue to move forward with this project. And as things arise, we want to make sure that the public is familiar, that they get to know you as a familiar face, and give good, transparent information about where we are. Because we're all about making sure that everyone in the community understands where we are when it comes to reassessment. So thank you for that very much. Any other comments or questions for the commissioners?
I was just going to ask when you think you'll get the final parcel evaluated. Is that a year out? Or what?
So we would be doing data collection through next, my anticipation would be September, October of next year.
Okay.
So through 2024, September, October.
14, 15 months.
Okay, great. Thank you for coming. All right, any other commissioner comments before adjournment?
Move to adjourn.
All right, move to adjourn. Second. You got it. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.